if you think about these two different types of analytics, attribute level analytics and outcome-based analytics, you have to kind of put them into something we call the IPO highway.
Right.
In order for them to provide value to an organization.
Yep.
And so here we go again, props, because we don't do decks on Rejuvi 45. I'm going to put up for just a moment. We've had this up actually at several different Rejuvi 45 sessions, and it's a basic workflow model. Some people call it the procedure analysis model. Some people call it the workflow model. Mm-hmm. And this is about your input, your process, and your output, IPO. And we believe that this is a great model to be thinking about the relationship between these two types of analytics, the two types of evidence.
Yep.
So let me show you how it works, or how I think it works. And again, you have to coach me, okay? So first of all, when you take a look at input, what you want to do is your input, in order to get on this IPO leadership analytics highway, you have to come into this with what we call evidence-based, attribute-based leadership analytics. It's about how you are counting, measuring, metricing up leadership.
That's right.
So for example, we're going to put a note inside of the chat box, and we're going to refer you to a gentleman named Michael Felici, who is a team leader in an operational line at a CPG firm. And so if we think about Michael and we think about evidence, leadership attributes, the input, we might think about things in relationship to his curiosity.
Right.
And how people consume his curiosity, and what ratings may be on how frequently they see him exhibiting curiosity in his operational line. That's an input, right?
That's right.
So then what you're going to do is you're going to process through that, and you're going to put it through an analytic engine. You're going to run lots of good, deep statistics. And what that's going to do is it's going to put you into output. That output then is going to point to your outcome-based evidence. And so what will happen then is an organization can say, our input, our evidence at the attribute level will point to certain types of results. What happens to your people metrics? What happens to your operational metrics or outcomes? What happens to your value outcomes? When Michael does a better job of exhibiting the attribute called curiosity with the folks that work for him in his operational line. We call it the IPO highway. And it's a way that you start to get to this place where your leadership analytics are actually useful.
Correct. Now think about that construct that you just laid out, or that frame that you just laid out, Reg. If you're collecting that from Michael Felici and you're collecting it for other Michael Felicis in the organization, guess what? Now your analytic engine is that much richer. You have that much attribution and that much evidence now to go back and remember what I just said. You basically describe, you diagnose, right? So you've just diagnosed it, and then you predict and you prescribe, right? So that's the idea. The idea is that if you can build that IPO highway the right way, you have the right attribution, then you can do the right analysis to get to the right outputs. So that's the game.